we are talking about breast cancer in men. So share these videos to your brothers, to your uncles, to your partners, your male friends, and hopefully my hope is that it does help somebody out there. Thank you. Hello my lovelies, welcome to Dear Denise Diary. If this is your first time here, you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, I want to thank you for returning to view our content. Dear Denise Diary is a lifestyle channel, and I happen to be a therapy radiographer, therefore health is part of my lifestyle. So today, as the topic suggests, or you can see from the topic, we are talking about a health related topic. So guys, it is October, and October is designated Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we are talking about breast cancer as suggested by the topic, but we are focusing on men. Today we are talking about breast cancer in men. I feel breast cancer in men is not as widely published as that of women, and it's time that we start talking about it. It's time that we normalize it, so to speak, or make the awareness broader as much as it is in women, so that our men can feel comfortable enough to approach health in order to get the necessary care they need. Before we continue, I would like you to read the disclaimer in the description box. This video is not sponsored by any of the charities mentioned in this video. Is not sponsored by anyone. I, Denise, I am speaking in the capacity of me as Denise, and not representative of the hospital I work with, or the NHS, or the Society of Radiographers. This video is just about me trying to talk about a topic that I feel is very important, that our society gets the information so that it can help our society. So guys, as you already know, it is October, and October is designated Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. That is why I really feel the need to talk about breast cancer in men. I mean, breast cancer in women is so well published, you will agree with me. And in the society, talking about breast cancer, everybody thinks that breast cancer is a woman's disease, but it's not. Men have breast tissues, and therefore they are susceptible to getting breast cancer as well. So please, let's talk more about it, and let's get to know our bodies, examine our bodies often, and so therefore, if there is some sort of abnormality, or you're worried about something, you can approach your health care practitioners. Therefore, you can be pointed in the right place to get the necessary help that you need. So according to the charity breastcancer.org.uk, 390 men are diagnosed with breast cancer each year in the UK. That is a lot. And let me tell you, breast cancer is curable. Breast cancer is curable so long as it is diagnosed at an early stage. That is the reason why it is so important that we keep track of our bodies. So when there is some abnormality, or there's something that we feel is not normal, we can have it seen, so that if there is any breast cancer developing in your body, in your breast, it can be seen and diagnosed at an early stage, and you can receive the care that you need in order to beat it. guys, receiving a breast cancer or any cancer at all, receiving a diagnosis of it is such a difficult and hard thing for anyone, and so therefore receiving a man receiving a diagnosis of breast cancer can be very difficult, can be very isolating, can be can be very hard for them to comprehend or to get their head around it, just simply because we feel that breast cancer is a woman's disease, like I mentioned earlier. Secondly, most literature out there is published or focused on women, and also we as a society have not really I don't want to use the word asset, has not really understood that men can get breast cancer as well. And like I said, so long as you have breast tissues, you can get breast cancer. So let's not make it a mythical thing. It is real. Breast cancer in men is real, and we're going to talk about it. I want to encourage all the men out there to examine their bodies. I want to encourage you to take care of your bodies, and I want to encourage you to approach health in order to get the necessary care that you need should you feel that you have breast cancer. Don't be alone. You shouldn't be alone. You don't have to be alone. There is so much help out there. You can get help from your doctor. You can get help from any health professional. You can get you can speak to your friends and family. You can there are a lot of charities online as well. There's a charity against cancer. They have a lot of information about breast cancer in men. The Macmillan is another charity that has a lot of information on breast cancer in men. Some of these charities have groups for men that you can attend, where you share your experiences. If you're not the group type, you can get a buddy, somebody who has been through breast cancer before, that can support you through your journey through your breast cancer diagnosis, treatment, and even after treatment. Somebody who understands what you're going through, somebody because they have gone through it before, somebody who can answer your questions, and because he's a man as well and they have been through it, you'll be more comfortable to speak with them. There are some very, very brave men out there who have gone through breast cancer and therefore want to share their stories with others to know that breast cancer in men is real. Breast cancer in men can be treated. Breast cancer in men in general should be taken seriously. So these brave men share their stories online. So a lot of charities, a lot of websites or charities carry information like this, because sometimes it's nice to see somebody that represents you. When I say represents you, like a man talking to a man, you know what I mean? You men like that. So yeah, so there are a lot of brave men who have published their story and their journey online, which you can have access to from the comfort of your home. So you see, you can sort of see what you may be going through as with regards to treatment and what happens after treatment. So please patronize these websites for more information on breast cancer in men. I will also put some of them in the description box. So I want you to check them out, and I hope it is helpful. Okay, so now let's talk about symptoms. How would you know that there's a possibility of breast cancer, or you may be having breast cancer? So one of the classic ones is like change in shape of the breast. So if you see that your breast, has changed in shape, it doesn't look normal, you want to get it checked. When there's a discharge through your nipple, and most often it is blood stain, you want to get your breast checked. If you feel lumpy in your chest area, in your breast tissue, and sometimes under your armpits, you want to get that checked, because those are symptoms of a possibility of breast cancer. I mean, sometimes it may be benign meaning it's not malignant, it's not cancerous, which is a good thing, but that can also be looked at and sorted for you. And another symptom is having rashes around your nipple. That is also a sign or a symptom of possible breast cancer presence. Also, an inverted nipple. If your nipple is inverted, that is a sign of possibility of breast cancer. In fact, my first the first time I ever saw breast cancer in a man was during my training to be a therapy radiographer. And when the gentleman came and I saw him, I asked him, how did you know that you had breast cancer? Then he said, oh, I happen to have an inverted nipple, and because I've read somewhere that inverted nipple means, breast cancer, you may have breast cancer. I went to my GP and it was confirmed that I have breast cancer, and I was very impressed. It's very, very important that we take these things seriously. Diagnosis of breast cancer. How can I get diagnosed? What do I do? I have this on my, looking at the symptoms, there's a possibility that I have breast cancer. What do I do? Well, in the UK, and I'm sure it's probably similar in other countries. I can't think that it can be any different. Okay, so you have, let's say, a rash or inverted nipple, or lumps or anything, you are worried that you think you may have breast cancer. What you want to do is to approach your primary health practitioner or your general practitioner. In the UK, we call them general practitioner GPs, or your first contact with health, and let them know that this is how you feel and this is what you suspect, and they will take it from there. The first thing they will do is to examine your breast and see for themselves, what you're talking about, because sometimes it could be anything else. Now, if they are also worried and think that, okay, yes, it could be cancerous, they will refer you to the breast clinic. In the UK, that's what we do. You refer to the breast clinic. At the breast clinic, the professionals there will examine your breast tissues. You may have a mammogram, or you may have an ultrasound of the area. It's all just to see, if there are any abnormalities in the tissues there. You may possibly have a biopsy. A biopsy just simply means an extraction of some of the breast tissue in the area that they think is cancerous. So they may take a little tissue from there, which will be sent to the laboratory, and it will be looked at to confirm if it's cancerous or not. And you may be able to get your results on the same day. If you don't get your result the same day, you will be contacted as soon as possible, and a diagnosis will be given. Now, if you are given a diagnosis of cancer, meaning like this presence of cancer in your breast tissue, the doctors will want to have a look at you completely again to make sure that the cancer has not spread anywhere else in the body, because the cancer can spread really quickly sometimes through your lymph nodes if they are involved. Okay, so they will check your body and make sure that it has not spread anywhere else, and if it has, then all of it can be tackled. It's very important. Treatment. After your diagnosis, the doctor or the healthcare professional will speak with you about your treatment options. Now, treatment of breast cancer in men is similar to that of women. They will explain to you all the different types of treatment options that you could undergo. So yeah, let's talk about that. So if a diagnosis of breast cancer is given, there are a few treatment options that will be explained to you. Your healthcare or your doctor, your healthcare professional or your doctor will talk to you about the different treatment options. These are targeted drug therapy, surgery, where the cancer tissue plus some health tissues will be taken out, just because they want to make sure of any microbial infection also taken out. Radiotherapy, chemotherapy, or hormone therapy. Now, or a combination of any two of them. Also, sometimes you may have surgery and then radiation therapy, and then surgery. It all depends on the staging of your diagnosis, and you may also go through chemotherapy. So those are your treatment options. Yes, so I cannot stress enough about the importance of being chest aware. Most men are not chest aware, and it's very important that we are chest aware, meaning that we're checking our chest, we're checking our breast tissue, and making sure that we get familiar with it, so then when there's any abnormality, we can get the help that is needed. So and also, please do not go through any of these things on your own. Okay, so we've come to the end of the video. I'll be grateful if you can leave a comment, your questions, ask any questions, and let's continue the discussion in the comment section. Let's talk about it. I mean, I would like you to share this video with your brothers, your cousins, your uncles, your dad, or the male in your life, and I'm hoping that this would help somebody. This is such an important message, I feel, anyway. I hope you feel the same way too. So let's share it. Let's get our men getting themselves checked so we can have them around longer. Okay, so thank you so much for visiting Dear Denise Diary, and until next time, bye for now.